Hello students, welcome back to Spring 2022. This is part 3 of the course orientation for the Spring 2022 semester. And this particular orientation video deals with Cengage, okay? I am Dr. Mercado speaking. Welcome back, and I hope all of you have already listened to part 1 and part 2 of the orientation videos. They are very important. Please do not skip that step. Please listen to the orientation videos, okay? And if after you listen to the 3 orientation videos, you have any other questions, please feel free to let me know, okay? So, let me get started. Once again, these are the courses that I will be teaching in the Spring 2022 semester. I will be teaching 5 sections online. Either Introduction to Accounting 1, Payroll and Business Tax Accounting, and Principles of Financial Accounting. And I will be teaching 2 face-to-face courses. That will be Introduction to Accounting 1 and Principles of Financial Accounting. Okay. These are the courses that I will be teaching. So you should be registered for one of these classes or sections for the Spring 22 semester. Okay. Now, once again, I want to remind everybody that classes begin on January the 18th. Please mark your calendars. For my face-to-face students, we will not be having face-to-face instruction the first week, but you are still responsible to complete week 1 assignments online. Okay, we will resume to on-campus instruction on Monday, January the 24th, 2022. Okay, so make sure that you complete your assignments. This does not mean that we do not have class week 1. No, what it means is that you're going to be doing week 1 online. Okay. And last but not least, this is a presentation that deals with Cengage. I wanted to provide you with the contact phone number. It's right here. It's 1-800-354-9706. I'm sorry. And this is the phone number that you can use to contact technical support for Cengage anytime. Okay. So if you're having any kind of issues with Cengage, it's not loading, it's not working, you're not able to view it, you need to contact Cengage directly. Okay. I don't have any technical abilities. I cannot fix Cengage. That is something that needs to be directed straight to Cengage. Okay. The only thing I can do is I build the actual assignments. So if it's content where you're unable to view the assignment, it's timing you out, the assignment is not loading, any kind of question that you might have related to the actual software, you need to contact them directly, and this is the direct number, 1-800-354-9706. Okay, and they have different options so you can contact them. I usually just open up a case, and I'll show you that in a bit, and then I follow up with a phone call. Okay, so let me jump over to Blackboard. Okay, the only way you can access my courses in Cengage is through Blackboard. So what are you going to do? You're going to go to either South Texas College webpage. You're going to log in into Blackboard. Okay. Once you're in Blackboard, you're going to go to your courses. And this was covered in the orientation part 2 video on how to access your courses. I'm just going through it. You're going to select your Spring 2022, and you're going to locate my class. Okay. Whatever class you're taking, you're going to locate it. Okay. And then you select it. Now, the first time that you try completing an assignment in Cengage, or the first time that you click a link to Cengage, you will be prompted to create an account. Okay. Now you have several options to purchase the access code. You need an access code for Cengage. What I recommend is Cengage Unlimited. What that does for you, it gives you unlimited access to Cengage and all of its resources. So let's say, for example, you're taking 3 classes and they all use Cengage. You just have to pay 1 fee, and you're able to access all of the ebooks, all of the resources, all of the different learning platforms for one low price. Okay, so that is my recommendation to students. In our business department, most of our classes, I would say about 70% of them, use Cengage. So that way students can benefit from this great pricing that Cengage offers to its students. Okay, so I believe it's $119.99, if I'm not mistaken, for a full semester, and that gives you unlimited access to the electronic book, to the different learning platforms, to everything. Unlimited, so you can have 5-6 classes using Cengage, and you just have to pay one price of $119.99. Okay. You have other options. You can just buy the material for the semester. That's going to be a little bit more pricey. So for me, the cheaper, the better. Okay. Some students buy the access directly from Cengage online with their debit card or credit card, whatever the case might be. Other students go to the bookstore and they buy a card, and that card has a code, and that code needs to be entered into the learning platform so you can be able to access Cengage. So if you go to the bookstore and you buy the access code from the bookstore, it's basically you're buying a piece of paper with a code on it, and then you will enter the code in the system once you're prompted, so you can be able to access all of the resources, the assignments, the ebooks, all of that good stuff. Okay. Now, for my online students, of course, you are required to have a computer. You do not need a physical book. You have access to an electronic book, so that's great. For my face-to-face students, as long as you have access to either your phone, an iPad, a computer, a laptop while we're in class, so you can access the ebook, that is fine. Most of our classes are not in a computer lab. Unfortunately, I was not able to get computer labs. We are limited on that. So I do recommend that you have, or you bring to class an electronic device where you're able to look at the ebook, because we are going to be using it in class. Okay, so you do not need a physical book because you are given the ebook option. But if you want a physical book, they can lend it to you. Cengage let students borrow the textbook, a physical textbook. All you have to pay is for the shipping. Okay. So, but most of our students do well with the ebook. Okay, so how do we get to our assignments, Dr. Mercado? Okay, so let me go ahead and change here to student preview. That way, hopefully it works out to see how you will be looking at the information on your end. Okay, so this is how it's gonna look. Let's go to week 1. Okay, and it doesn't matter whatever course you're taking, you're just gonna go into my course and you're gonna select an assignment. Okay, so I'm gonna go to week 1 and I'm gonna select chapter 1 homework. Okay, so I'm gonna work on my chapter 1 homework. I'm gonna go ahead and click on it. I'm gonna click on the link. It's gonna open a little window on the side, and it's giving you the chapter 1 homework. And then it's giving you a button down here on the bottom right hand corner that says launch. Okay, you're gonna launch it. Now make sure that you have how can I say this, that your computer does not block pop-ups, because if it does, it won't allow you to transfer you over from Blackboard to Cengage. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do launch, and it's going to redirect you out of Blackboard and into Cengage. Okay, so it will automatically take you to where you need to be. Okay, and let's see what it does. Okay, so it says welcome to Cengage. Your instructor has selected this textbook. Okay, payment is required. And then this is a textbook that you have. It says if you have an access code, enter it here. So if you purchase that little card from the bookstore, you're going to enter your access code right there. Okay, so you're going to click there. If not, click continue. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click continue. And then it's going to give you your options. Okay, so here you have the different options to purchase Cengage. So you have the individual textbook and online homework access. Cengage Unlimited ebooks, that's just for the ebooks, and then you have Cengage Unlimited that includes everything. Okay, so for this particular class, if you want to buy just the individual textbook and online access to the homework just for one book, it will be $130. Okay, if you want to have access to multiple textbooks, let's say you're taking Accounting 1303 and you're taking Accounting 1329, which is payroll accounting. Let's say you're taking those two classes together. Then you would have to pay maybe $130 for one and $150 for the other, and it will add up. If you get the unlimited bundle, you pay $119.99. Okay, you see? So what does Cengage Unlimited gives you? It gives you access to the course, the ebook, the learning platform, and everything else, a whole bunch of resources for you. Okay, it gives you access to more than one Cengage textbook, so you have access to unlimited textbooks. Okay, and you have a free hard copy textbook rental. Okay, this is where you get your rentals. You get up to 4 free. All you have to do is just pay $7.99 shipping and handling, and they'll ship you an actual physical book. And this is real good if you're taking my class face to face. That way you can have a physical book with you in class. If you don't have an electronic device, I recommend that you pay those $7.99 so you can be able to get a book shipped out to you, an actual physical book. Okay, so the cost for the unlimited, for as many textbooks as you need and access to my class, is only $119.99. Okay, so then you go ahead and you select the one that works best for you, whatever you all decide, and then you select the buy now. Okay, now here it has a temporary access. Okay, this one does not. I wonder if it works. Let's see if you do buy now. Okay, because what happens is it gives you, Cengage gives you a free 2-week a 2-week trial period. Okay, let me see if it gives it to you here. Digital access. No, it does not. Let me go back. Let me see if we have to click that other button. I wouldn't know because I have access automatically, but before it would give us an option. Let's see, temporary access. Okay, let's do that temporary access and let's see what it does. Okay, so the temporary access will give you access to my course. Okay, so you're going to click that temporary access, and then that will give you access to the assignments for that period of time. You will be prompted once once the period is going to end, you're going to be prompted to pay for your subscription. If you have the money already and you know you're going to be in my course, you can put in your account information and it will go ahead and you can purchase it from day one. Or if you don't have the funds, financial aid hasn't kicked in, or whatever the case might be, you will you can go ahead and purchase it at a later time and use the free trial period. Okay, so at that point you can begin working on your assignments. Okay, so from that point forward, all you have to do is just click on the links and it will take you to Cengage. Okay, so just by clicking on the link, it knows that it's a Cengage assignment and it will take you to Cengage. Let me see. So let me go ahead and I'm going to exit the student preview so I can go into an actual assignment and show you how it looks on Cengage. Okay, because if I do the student view, you won't be able to see anything because my assignments will not open until a later point in time. But let me see. Let's do, well, you know what? Let me go ahead and first do a reading. Okay, if you select chapter 1 reading, it's going to take you to the ebook, the electronic book. Okay, so let's do that first because that's the first thing you should do. You should read. Okay, so once you select the link for chapter 1, it says chapter 1 reading. You're going to start the assignment. The readings are not for a grade, but you still need to read. Okay, so you're going to click start assignment now. And then it's going to take you to Mind tab, where that's where you're going to be reading the chapters. Okay. And then you begin with chapter 1, the 3 types of ownership structures, and you read. And then we have arrows back and forth, so you can switch the page. Okay. It has definitions. If you click on it, it will give you the definition within the actual screen. Okay. You see here. You have options to take notes, to highlight. If you want to see the full book, you can see the full book here. You can print a couple of pages. It limits you to the number of pages that you can print, but you can print some of the pages. We've got the glossary for the textbook right here. So if you're looking for a specific account, a word or whatever the case might be, you can just see it here, and then it gives you the definition. You've got flashcards that can help you study. So it gives you the word, and you flip the card, and it gives you the definition. Okay. For some students that have some form of disability, or that you just want the system to read to you, the Cengage has a reader. If you click on the reader,
Corporation. A corporation is owned by stockholders, or shareholders. Corporations may have many.
Okay, so the reader reads to you and it highlights as it's reading. Okay, so it's a very beneficial tool. If you have, maybe English is not your strong language, you can go ahead and use the reader, but just make sure that you do go through the information. So these are just some of the features that the MindTab reader has available to you. You can go in there, play with it. You can make the size bigger, smaller, whatever the case might be. The first thing you do is you read, okay? And then let me go ahead and let me open a quiz, okay? Quizzes are timed, okay? When you start a quiz, you must finish the quiz, okay? So it says this will be your first take on the test. You are limited to 2 takes. So for quizzes, you have 2 tries and you have about an hour to complete the quiz. It says here you have 1 hour. So depending on the class that you are taking with me, it will let you know the amount of time that you have available and the number of attempts that you have available. Okay, remember, for quizzes, you will have to finish it once you start it. So you start the test. Okay, so this particular test has 15 questions. And then you just answer the questions. Like this is fill in the blank, fill in the blank. Okay. So you just go ahead and multiple choice. You go ahead and you complete the quiz. And once you're done completing the quiz, you're going to submit the test for grading at the very bottom. Okay. So if you're working on the quiz and you have a specific problem about maybe the problem, you don't understand, or you think you did it correct when it's marking it wrong, or whatever the case might be, you have a button here, email instructor. What that does, it generates an email to me and it includes a screenshot of what you're looking at, so I can be able to respond to your inquiry. And there you post a message to me. That way I can figure out what is it that the issue is, and then I can be able to get back with you. Okay, so you have the option to email me, and then the quiz is timed. If you don't submit it by the hour, the system will automatically submit it for you. But once you're done with the test, you can submit for grading, and then it will automatically give you your grade at that point in time. Okay. So this is what a quiz looks like. There are multiple choice, fill in the blank questions, and that's how it works. Okay. Let me close this. Now let's look at a homework. Okay. Now a homework is the one that you can save your work and resume at a later point in time. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I did a bad thing because this is let me see, let me go to chapter 2. Chapter 1 for this particular course is very basic. It just has like vocabulary. It doesn't have problem solving. Let's do chapter 2 homework. Okay, so we can actually see some problems. Okay, now for the homework, like I said, you must save your work if you're not going to be completing it in one sitting. It says this is the first attempt. You have 2 tries and the assignment is due on a specific date. Okay. This is not timed. That's why it doesn't give you a time. Once you're ready to begin, just start the assignment. Okay. So here you have the problems. Okay. Now for this particular problem you have, and it depends, every problem has different resources up here. It just depends on the problem. This is a good problem. It has the ebook. It has me a show me how video. You can print it, and then if there's any errors that you want to report, you can report any content errors. Okay, so you've got the problem here, and then you have to complete it all. And then down here, something very important. On your homework, I give you 5 tries in this specific class. In other classes, it can be 3. But most of the classes, it's either 3 or 5 tries, depending on the course. But it will let you know down here how many tries you have. Okay. What I recommend is that you do not use up check your works. So I don't want you doing one line item and then check your work, and then do another line item and then check your work. No. I would rather you work the entire problem out and then check your work, and then that way you can know what you did right and what you did wrong, and then you can go back and fix it. Okay? So you're going to go through here and you're going to go ahead and work out the problem. Let me show you. I'm just going to put some numbers just so we can kind of like see how the system will mark correct or incorrect. Okay. Okay, whatever, okay? I'm just going to do those two, okay? You should do the whole problem, but I don't have time. I'm not going to go through the whole problem right now. So I'm just going to do two things, and then I want to see how I did. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check my work, okay? You see, it marks them correct. I did them correctly, so it gives me a check mark. Now let me go ahead and I'm going to do one incorrect, okay? It says here for $51 paid February bill. So I'm going to do it for the incorrect amount, okay? So this is wrong, okay? I know this is wrong. I'm going to check my work, and it's wrong, okay? So that way you know that you need to go back and fix this. Well, I got it wrong. Why? Oh, it's $51 and I put $510. I need to go back and fix this, okay? So it tells you how many you got right, or what you got right, what you got wrong, and then it tells you down here how many more check your works you have available. After you have finished your 3 check your works, you can no longer make any changes, and that's what's going to stay and be graded, okay? So that's why I tell my students, do not use it up quickly. Work out the whole problem, like if you were working it from beginning to end, and then when you're done, you check your work, and then you can see what you got right, what you got wrong, and then go back and fix all the ones that you got wrong, and then try it again, and then try it again, and hopefully by the 5th try, you would have the whole problem complete and correct, okay? So this feature of check my work is only available in your homework. You will not have this feature available in your test. In your test, you either know it or you don't know it, okay? This is because it's practice. In your homework, you're practicing. I want you to learn. That is why I'm giving you 5 tries. In your test, there will be no tries. On the first attempt, you must answer the questions correctly. Okay? I just want to clarify that for you because I don't want students to think, well, I've got 5 check my works in the test. No, you do not. Your check your works are only in the homework. Now, you've got the ebook. So this particular problem covers learning objective 3 and learning objective 4. So if you need to refresh your memory, just click on those links and it will take you to the ebook. And that way you can reread those specific sections that cover this particular problem. The Show Me How video, if you click on it, it's going to take you to another link, and then you're going to view a video.
This exercise provides another opportunity to analyze the impact of transactions on the accounting.
Okay, so it has a short 4-minute video and explains how to solve this problem. Okay, so that is another feature that is available in Cengage, and then you can print it. A lot of students like to work out these problems in paper, like myself, so you have the option to print it. Okay, and then once you're done, so let's say you're working on this problem and then you have to stop because you're going to cook dinner. Okay, I have to go make dinner. I have to put this away. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to come down here and you are going to save and exit. Okay, save and exit. What that does for you, it saves your work. Okay, so if you're working on it, you worked on a problem and then you have to get up and do something, go to work, cook, take care of your kids, go run an errand, whatever the case might be, you are going to save and exit. If you are done with all of the 7 problems, okay, and you are ready to submit your assignment for grading, then you submit the assignment for grading. At that point, the assignment will be submitted and you will be issued a grade. Okay, so some of these problems have these videos, others do not have videos. Okay, like for example, this one does not have a video. So you should have practiced enough to be familiar on how to be able to solve this problem without a video. Okay, excuse me. Okay, so you go ahead and you complete all of the problems, and depending on what you want to do, either you save and exit, or if you're ready to submit it, you submit the assignment for grading. You have your check your works, and just remember that your check your works are only available for your homework. They are not available for quizzes, and they are not available for tests. Only for homework. Okay, so That's basically the two types of assignments you're going to have every week: your quiz and your homework. And then, of course, you're going to have your test, and your test is going to be very similar to a homework assignment, but it will be timed. For tests, I usually give 180 minutes, which is 3 hours for you to complete your exam. Okay. Once you're in Cengage, you have several tabs. I will have more tabs than you because I am the instructor, but you should have a tab for study tools, and you have features there that you can utilize. You have study tools, the ebook, Office 365 if you need, and then adaptive study plan. So if you want to study more, you can start studying more, and this will not impact your grade. Okay, so this is just if you need extra practice, it's available for students to study. Okay. So it just depends. If you want to, just go to study tools, explore Cengage. You will not break it. Explore it. Just make sure that you do complete all of your assignments. So if you go to week number 2, here on the module, like we explained in the course orientation for Blackboard, you will have everything that you need to know for what needs to happen week number 2 or that specific week. So it tells you what you need to do. You need to read the chapter, review PowerPoints, and listen to my lectures that I downloaded down here. And then you have to complete chapter 2 quiz and chapter 2 homework. And links are provided. So I have your chapter 2 reading. You read your book, you do your homework, and you do your quiz. Okay? So that is basically how it's going to run. Cengage can only be accessed through Blackboard. So you have to go to Blackboard, and from Blackboard, you click on the link to be able to be taken to Cengage. Okay? The system will automatically know that you have access to Cengage and what course you're in, and it will take you there. Okay? Based on what I've configured Blackboard with Cengage. Okay? So there's a lot of features in Cengage, like I mentioned. Make sure that you go through them. Let's say, for example, you have issues. Let's say here, let's go to Cengage course assignments and links. Okay. So you have several links here. For example, if you need technical support, you're having issues, you want to open up a case with Cengage, it is highly recommended that you open up a case before you call. That way they know what your issue is ahead of time. So you just select Cengage Technical Support, and it'll direct you to a web page where you can submit a ticket. Okay, so it has your information, and then you fill in the item information, your phone number, your issue, all of that good stuff, your email if you want to copy anybody else, and then you submit, and a ticket will be generated, and a copy of that will be sent to your email that you set up, that you included. That way you can follow up on that case. Okay, but all of the links for Cengage are available here. And like I said, if you ever have any questions, you can always call the 1-800 number, and they can always help you out. Sometimes there is a bit of a wait. Be patient. If it's like a peak time for them, usually like 10, 11 in the morning is pretty busy. But you can call them, and they will be able to assist you. I just recommend that you open up a case using the Cengage technical support. That way Cengage is aware of your issue, and they can be able to better assist you. Okay, so that is basically it. How do I access Cengage? Let me go ahead and let me see. Start preview. Let me see. I'm just confused on let me see, on the free trial period. I just want to make sure that that's the only place where you can access the free trial period. And of course, I don't know if it works different from me to you, because in the past where I've had my students, like face-to-face students registering class, sometimes they were prompted different things than me. I don't know if it has to do with me having instructor access. Okay. But in this case, okay, so I don't have my access code, so I'm gonna continue. And let me see. Okay. Yeah, so basically this is the only way that you're gonna be able to get your temporary access. Okay. And then once you have your temporary access expire, then they'll go ahead and prompt you so you can make your payment. If you have the money to pay for the subscription already, then you just buy it now. Okay. And then you enter your information. And you only have to do this once. After that, the system will automatically know. Like in this case, he didn't even prompt me anymore because it knows I'm a teacher. But yes, just click on the link on any of the Cengage links and you will be prompted what to do. Just make sure that if you have the money to pay, you purchase it. If not, you use the temporary access to be able to complete the assignments there. Okay. But that is basically it. There's a lot of information if you just go to Cengage.com. Okay. Cengage.com. Okay. And then if you go under the Students tab, okay, there's very important information here. So Cengage.com, and then you're a student. And then if you need help getting started, okay, you just select, okay, I am using what kind of Cengage? I'm using See Now. This is the version that we're using, See Now. Okay, what learning management system are we using? We're using Blackboard. Okay. And then here you answer no, they're not included with your tuition. And then here it has how to register for Cengage. If in Blackboard, it has a little video, how to register for your materials, how to access your Blackboard course. It gives you information. Be sure to enable your pop-ups. This is what I was telling you about. I didn't know how to explain it, but this is better wording. Be sure to enable your pop-ups, and it explains to you how to enable your pop-ups. If you don't enable them, the system will not be able to take you to Cengage. So make sure that this step is done. And it just has a whole bunch of information that you can use to be able to gain access to your course. And like I said, if you scroll to the very bottom, there's various videos. If you scroll to the bottom and you still have any questions, you can always give them a call. Okay, you can chat with them for support, whatever the case might be. Okay, so Cengage.com, and then you just fill in the different prompts, and then it'll take you, and it has a wealth of information, so that way students can be able to access their courses. Okay, so Cengage.com if you have any questions. But like I said, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is go into Blackboard, go into your specific class, whatever class you're taking with me, okay, and select any of the links. So if you're doing week 1, select any of the links, and then it will take you to the respective assignment that you have selected. Okay, and that is basically it for Cengage. I've given you the support phone number. I've shown you the ebook. I've shown you how the quiz looks. I've shown you how the homework looks, the videos that are embedded within your homework for some of the problems. I've shown you how the show me how the check my work button works. You have 5 tries for the particular course that I was working on. What else did I show you? How the correct and incorrect are highlighted for you. That way you can make the corrections. How to submit your assignments. The gradebook. I didn't touch on the gradebook. Okay. So once you complete your assignment, your gradebook will start populating with the grades for all of your assignments. Okay. What happens there, okay, at that point in time, your grades are recorded in Cengage, which is where you complete your assignments. Okay. And then every certain amount of time, every 2 hours, 3 hours, the system sends that information over to Blackboard. Okay. So then in Blackboard, the grades will be brought in, and then I will be prompted, you've got grades pending. I have to go in there manually and post those grades. And then those grades will also be reflected in your Blackboard gradebook. Okay. So whatever grades you get in Cengage will automatically be brought into Blackboard. Okay. And the grades that I use for my final grading are the Blackboard gradebooks. So make sure that all of the grades from Cengage are brought over to Blackboard. Okay. So that is basically it. You will be seeing the grades. You will be seeing a list of the assignments and then the grades that you got. Now, like I mentioned before in our prior presentation, it is imperative, very important that you complete all of your assignments. Okay. If you do not complete your assignments, you will not have any feedback. You will not have any correct answers. You will not have anything. Okay, to study for your tests. So please complete all of your assignments. So let's say, for example, you completed your chapter 1 homework on Sunday, okay? By Monday morning, you'll have the answers. That way you can go back and check your work. You just come back to your grade book. You'll have a list of the assignments that you've completed. You select the specific assignment that you want to see, and it'll give you your grade along with the correct and incorrect transactions and the correct feedback. That way you know, okay, I got it wrong. Oh, now I understand why I got it wrong. I entered this number in the wrong cell, or I entered the correct transaction, or whatever the case might be. So you can go back and check your work only if you completed the assignment. If you did not attempt the assignment, there will be nothing for you to review. Okay, so it's very important that you complete all of your assignments, okay, in Cengage or in Blackboard, whatever the case might be. Assignments are not optional. If I took the time to create them for you, it's because you must do them. Okay, they're there so they can help you practice and get better at what you're doing. This is accounting. The only way you're going to get better is by doing it. Okay, not by reading, but by actually putting the time and the effort into practicing. Okay, and if you have any questions, please make sure to always communicate with me. I have my office hours available. Please reach out to me, and I will be more than glad to assist you. Or you can stop by my office during my scheduled office hours for the spring 2022 term, and you can find my office hours in your syllabus. That way, you know, if you have questions, concerns, you can go see me and we can address them. Okay. And that is basically it for my part 3 orientation videos. Make sure that you listen to part 1, part 2, part 3. After you're done with that, you go into your folder, your course. You go to your Start Here folder. You review all of the information under the Start Here folder. You print your syllabus, and then you begin working on your week 1 assignments. So you're going to go to week 1 module, and you're going to complete your assignments for week 1, which includes an orientation syllabus quiz that needs to be completed so I can mark attendance. Okay, it's a very short quiz. All I want to know is that you're active, that you've listened to my orientations, that you've reviewed your syllabus, and that way I can use that as a tool to measure attendance. Okay, so that is basically it for me. I am Dr. Mercado. I am looking forward to an amazing spring 2022. Please stay safe out there, and until next time, have a wonderful day.